Empires have shaped the world we live in. They've left behind a complex legacy, one that includes remarkable achievements and terrible tragedies. Understanding empires is key to understanding history. This essay will explore four major empires: Roman, Mongol, British and Ottoman. We will examine their rise and fall and also discuss their contributions and impact on the world. Empires bring together diverse people and cultures under a single ruling power. This process of expansion and integration has always been a complex one, often marked by both cooperation and conflict. The empires we will study today illustrate this perfectly. They rose to great heights of power and influence, but they also ultimately faced challenges they could not overcome. Empires teach us about the dynamics of power. They show us the impact of cultural exchange. By studying these empires, we can gain a deeper understanding of our own world. Each offers valuable insights into the nature of power, culture, and the human story. The Roman Empire is one of the most famous empires in history. It began as a small city-state in Italy. Over centuries, it grew into a vast empire. At its peak, it controlled much of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The Roman Empire was a period of great achievement. It saw the development of impressive infrastructure, including roads, aqueducts, and buildings. Roman law and governance have influenced legal systems to this day. The Roman Republic thrived due to its military prowess and strategic alliances. Roman legions were renowned for their discipline and effectiveness. Rome's success also came from its ability to integrate conquered people. They offered pathways to citizenship and allowed a degree of self-governance. This created a sense of unity and loyalty within the empire. The Roman Empire reached its peak under Augustus Caesar. His reign marked the beginning of the Pax Romana, a period of peace and prosperity. Roman culture flourished during this time. Literature, art, and philosophy thrived. The Roman Empire left an indelible mark on Western civilization. By the 3rd century AD, Rome faced economic instability, political corruption, and pressure from barbarian tribes. The Western Roman Empire fell in 476 AD, while the Eastern Roman Empire, or Byzantine Empire, survived for another 1,000 years. The Mongol Empire was one of the largest contiguous empires in history. It emerged from the steppes of Central Asia in the 13th century. Under the leadership of Genghis Khan, the Mongols united previously fractured tribes. They launched a wave of conquests that swept across Asia. Genghis Khan was a brilliant military strategist and a ruthless leader. The Mongol army was renowned for its horsemanship and archery skills. They were also masters of logistics and communication, using a sophisticated relay system to transmit messages across their vast empire. The Mongols were remarkably tolerant of different religions and cultures within their empire. The Silk Road flourished under Mongol rule, leading to the exchange of goods, ideas and technologies between Europe and Asia. However, the Mongol conquests were also incredibly brutal, resulting in the deaths of millions of people. Despite its size and power, the Mongol Empire was relatively short-lived. After the death of Genghis Khan, the empire was divided into 4 khanates, ruled by his descendants. These khanates were often at war with each other, leading to internal conflict that weakened the empire. By the 14th century, the Mongol Empire had begun to decline. Several factors contributed to this decline, including internal strife, economic problems, and the Black Death. The Black Death, a devastating pandemic, swept through Asia and Europe in the 14th century. It had a catastrophic impact on the Mongol Empire, killing millions of people and weakening its economy. The Mongol Empire may have been short-lived, but its impact on world history was significant. It facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas across Eurasia. Section 5, Rule Britannia, the British Empire, and the Waves of Global Power. The British Empire was one of the largest empires in history. At its peak in the 19th century, it controlled a quarter of the world's landmass. The British Empire was a product of exploration, trade, and colonization. It began in the 16th century with the establishment of colonies in North America and the Caribbean. The British East India Company played a key role in expanding British influence in India. The British Empire's rise was fueled by the Industrial Revolution. This gave Britain a technological and economic advantage. Britain's powerful navy allowed it to control sea lanes and project its power globally. The British Empire had a profound impact on the world. It spread the English language, legal systems, and cultural practices. The British Empire was built on a complex system of trade and exploitation. It profited greatly from the transatlantic slave trade. Section 6. The waning light of empire. The British Empire after the World Wars. By the 20th century, the British Empire was facing growing challenges. Nationalism was on the rise in its colonies. The costs of maintaining such a vast empire were also becoming unsustainable. The two world wars further weakened the British Empire. They drained its resources and manpower. They also strengthened independence movements in its colonies. After World War II, the British Empire granted independence to India and Pakistan. This marked the beginning of the end of the British Empire. Over the next few decades, most of Britain's colonies gained independence. The process of decolonization was often peaceful. However, it was also marked by conflict in some cases. The legacy of the British Empire is still debated today. Section 7. From Anatolia to the World. The rise of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire was one of the longest-lasting empires in history. It spanned over 6 centuries, from the 13th to the early 20th century. The Ottomans were originally a Turkish tribe from Anatolia, which is modern-day Turkey. They gradually expanded their empire. At its peak, the Ottoman Empire controlled much of Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. The Ottoman Empire was known for its military strength and administrative efficiency. The Ottomans were skilled in gunpowder warfare. They also developed a complex system of government that allowed them to rule their vast empire effectively. The Ottoman Empire was a center of learning and culture. It made significant contributions to art, architecture, and literature. The Ottoman Empire reached its peak under the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent in the 16th century. Suleiman was a brilliant military leader and administrator. Section 8. Conclusion. Echoes of Empire. Lessons from history's giants. The Roman, Mongol, British and Ottoman empires were all unique in their own ways. However, they also shared some commonalities. They all rose to power through military strength and strategic alliances. They all faced challenges related to governing vast and diverse populations. And they all eventually declined and fell, often due to a combination of internal and external pressures. The study of these empires offers valuable lessons for today. Empires remind us that power is transient. No empire, no matter how mighty, lasts forever. They also highlight the importance of understanding different cultures and perspectives. Empires that were able to adapt to changing circumstances and embrace diversity tended to be more successful. By studying the past, we can gain a deeper understanding of the forces that shape our world today.